Hi guys, I'm back with another fan film today. Today is going to be fan film review of Hellraiser VHS found film live stream. So you guys know how these videos slash live streams go by now. My fan film review video is uploading right now and it will be out later today. But you guys know how these fan films go by now. I just get right into the fan film. Typically, I get done with the fan film review. I get done with the fan film review within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the fan film. But I'm gonna wait. But I'm gonna wait for some people to join before I do my fan film. It seems like you guys want me to kind of wait. It seems like you guys want me to kind of wait before you guys kind of want me to wait before I start doing the fan film or whatever. Roman, what's up? What's up, Roman? How you doing? I hope you're doing good, Roman. Roman, I'm just about to get ready to do a fan film, and it's related to Hellraiser slash Pinhead. So if you like horror movies, or if you like Hellraiser, or if you like Pinhead, then you're gonna like this fan film that I'm about to review. Damon, what's up, Joey? What's up, Damon? How you doing? I'm just about to get ready to do a fan film review. It's related to Hellraiser slash Pinhead. So if you like horror movies and if you like Pinhead, Hellraiser, whatever, then you're gonna love it. Uh, Lost but not alone. 737. Sup, my dude. Much respect. The best. Thank you. I appreciate you. Lost but not alone. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the stream. Roman, I love scary movies. My favorite one is Scream. Cool. Damon, I'm good. How are you? I'm good, Damon. How are you? I'm gonna start this fan film. I'm about to start this fan film review within the next 30 seconds. Because it looks like people have shown up to the stream now. So I'm about ready to start my fan film review. HC 1990. Yo, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? I'm gonna get into this fan film review now. Grecky the Goblin. Yo, what's up, Grecky the Goblin? Hello, what's up, Grecky the Goblin? How you doing? I'm about ready to get into a fan film review that is Hellraiser related, it's Pinhead related, so if you love horror movies, and if you like Hellraiser, and if you like Pinhead, then you're gonna like this fan film. Grecky the Goblin, hello. Lou Sassel, how's it going, bro? I'm doing good, Lou Sassel. How you doing? I hope you're doing good, Lou Sassel. I'm about to get into a fan film that's Hellraiser related, Pinhead related. So if you like horror movies, and if you like Hellraiser, and if you like Pinhead, you're gonna like this fan film review. HC 990. Do you remember me, Joey? Yes, I do remember you. Now, let's get into the fan film review. So, this is fan film review of Hellraiser VHS found footage fan film live stream. This fan film was made 1 month ago and it has 1.8k thousand subscribers, 160 likes, 0 dislikes, and 37 comments. This fan film was made by Cosmic Films, and he has 12.8k thousand subscribers. The basic synopsis comes from the description of the video. A man opens a lament configuration to unlock secrets only to open a doorway to a hellish labyrinth and the horror waiting within. So what do I like about the fan film? Well, the fan film is horror related, obviously. It's Hellraiser slash Pinhead related. The cinematography was good. The music was good. The VHS slash visuals slash 1980 style visuals were good, and the location was good. So would I give this fan film a recommend? Yes, I would give this fan film a recommend. So if you can take if you can take 7 minutes out of your day to try to find a fan film on YouTube, to try to find a Hellraiser fan film or a Pinhead fan film on YouTube, or just a fan film on YouTube in general, then I would recommend it. So, what are my overall thoughts on the fan film? My overall thoughts on the fan film is that I thought the fan film is very good. I think the fan film is very good, and I would definitely give it a recommend. Overall, I thought it was very good. Now there are some parts of it that I think that could be better, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So obviously a lot of people are gonna like this fan film because it's horror related. A lot of people like horror stuff. A lot of people like horror movies, and I figure, I feel like, you know, I feel like, I feel like a lot of people like horror movies. I feel like a lot of people like horror short films, and I feel like a lot of people like horror fan films. So, if you like horror movies, if you like horror short films, or if you like horror fan films, then you're gonna like this. It's Hellraiser slash Pinhead related. If you like the Hellraiser franchise, or if you like the Pinhead franchise, then you're more than likely going to like this fan film. I thought the cinematography was good. I thought the camera work was good. The camera work was good. The cinematography was good. I would definitely recommend somebody to watch this fan film if they like camera work and if they like cinematography, and if they like that type of stuff, then I would recommend this fan film. I thought the music slash soundtrack was good. I thought the music was good, and I thought the soundtrack was good. So I would definitely recommend it based on that. I thought the location was good, and I thought the VHS visuals, 1980 style visuals, was good. So honestly, I think one of the things that could have been better about this fan film is the actual story itself. The actual story of this fan film is very generic. I think the story of this fan film is very generic. It could be very much replicatable onto YouTube. Anybody can make a Hellraiser fan film or a Pinhead fan film and post it to YouTube. Anybody can do that. I thought the story was very generic, but I feel like what saves this fan film for me and what makes this fan film very good is the fact that I believe that it's not the story telling the story, it's the visuals telling the story. I think the visuals is what tells the story. So I thought the visuals slash VHS slash 1980 styles visuals were good, and the visuals are telling the story. And I think that's what makes this fan film very good, is because the visuals are telling the story. Also, I thought the location was good because most of the fan film takes place in the hellish labyrinth of hell. And basically, you're following the guy because the man opens the lament configuration, and then he finds a secret opening to the doorway to the hellish labyrinth, and then the rest of the fan film, he's in the hellish labyrinth. Basically, he's in the hellish labyrinth, he's walking around, like exploring the hellish labyrinth of hell, and basically that's the visual part of this fan film. The visuals are what is telling the story of this fan film. The actual story is very generic in nature, and I feel like what saves this fan film is that the the visuals are is what's telling the story, not the actual story, because the actual story is very generic and very replicatable onto YouTube. But I feel like the visuals tell the story, and the location was good. Overall, the ending, I feel like the ending I feel like the ending could have been better too. The ending was okay. Pinhead makes a 10-second appearance at the end of the fan film. So if you're gonna be watching this fan film for actually Pinhead, you're not gonna see him. It's more like this guy exploring the hellish labyrinth of hell. Hellraiser's homeworld, Pinhead's homeworld. It's basically, it's found footage, it's VHS, it's 1980s style visual horror. The guy is exploring the hellish labyrinth of hell, and that's basically what this fan film is about. So if you're going into it thinking that you're going to see Pinhead, you do see Pinhead. Pinhead kills the guy in the last 10 seconds of the fan film, but you're not really watching it for Pinhead. So overall, I thought the fan film was very good, and overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10 and a recommend. And that is fan film review of Hellraiser VHS found footage fan film. And if you guys like this live stream, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Turn on all the notifications for all my videos, and come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. That would be appreciated, please, and thank you. If you like the fan film review live stream, the fan film review video is uploading to my YouTube channel right now, and it will be out later today. But anyways, guys, that's the fan film review. So now we can talk about the fan film, or we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Or if you guys have any questions for me, please ask. Okay, Demi Matinee. Demi Matinee, I liked. Thank you, Demi Matinee. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. Demi Matinee, if you could also please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel, and turn on all the notifications for all my videos, and come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube, Demi Matinee. That would be appreciated, please, and thank you. But also, thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. PV God 12895, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? I just went over this Hellraiser fan film. Hellraiser VHS found footage fan film. Overall, I thought it was very good, and I would give it an 8 out of 10 and a recommend. Jim Rat, hello, buddy. How are you? Jim Rat, how are you? I'm doing good. How about you, Jim Rat? I hope your day is going good so far, Jim Rat. And I hope you enjoyed the fan film review. Roman, my new favorite horror movie is It, Welcome to Derry. Well, Roman, that is not a movie, that is a TV show, but I get what you mean, Roman. I get what you mean. I understand if you like the Pennywise It series, but, like, it's a TV series, not a movie. But I get what you're saying, Roman. I get it. The It franchise has a couple of movies. That TV show is Welcome to Derry, so I understand why you like it. I very much liked It, Welcome to Derry as well. I enjoyed that show. I thought that show was great, and I can't wait for the next season to come out. GTM, you are so funny. Well, thank you, GTM. I'm happy that you think I'm funny. Snow Bunny 321. I got a question for you guys. Do you like watching a really scary movie in a crowded movie theater, or prefer being at home? Most of the horror movies I watch are at home, but I do prefer going to a movie theater to watch a horror movie. Though the thing about going to see a horror movie in a movie theater is that going to a movie theater especially my movie theater, is very expensive. It's like about $20 for tickets, and then it's around like it's like around another $10 to $15 for popcorn and drinks. So like my movie theater experience is in between $20 and $40. That's like why I only go to the movie theater once a year because of how expensive it is. So yeah, basically it's really expensive to go to a movie theater where I live. It's in between $20 to $40, and that's why I limit it to one movie per year. But yeah, I like the movie theater experience, but I also like watching horror movies at home, so I kind of like both. Roman Snow Bunny 321. I like scary movies and I like watching them at home, so so I think I'm experiencing it. All right. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to walk off screen like that. I should have told you guys that I was walking off screen. I didn't mean to walk off screen like that, but I had some phlegm in the back of my throat that I needed to cough up. Also, here's a fun fact. It's actually a really good idea to cough up phlegm. Because if you get that phlegm in the back of your throat and if you get it in the back of your nose, that's what makes you sick. That's what gets you a head cold. So that's a fun fact from Joey. If you don't cough up phlegm and if you leave the phlegm in the back of your throat and if you let it get in the back of your throat and let it get in your nose, that's what that's what causes a head cold. So whenever I have phlegm now, I cough it up. Snow Bunny 321. Yeah, I got you, Roman. Snow Bunny, nice avatar pick, Roman. uh, Snow Bunny 321, definitely good. Roman, it. Snow Bunny 321. Yeah, movies are definitely getting expensive. I agree. I definitely agree. Let's see. Billy underscore Ricks. You live in Rochester, PA? Billy underscore Ricks. I do not live in Rochester, PA. I did live in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for 3 years of my life. And if you want to know, Newcastle, Pennsylvania is only 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I've seen the city of Pittsburgh a couple of times. I went to the city of Pittsburgh like 5 or 6 times. But I did live in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, which is 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I lived there for 3 years, and I pretty much went there for my whole high school experience. But I've lived in the state of New York my whole life. I've lived in New York for like 19 years of my life. I was born and raised, and my hometown is in Jamestown, New York. If you don't know where Jamestown, New York is, Jamestown, New York is 2 hours away from Buffalo and 45 minutes away from Erie, Pennsylvania. It's also 30 minutes away from Warren, Pennsylvania. A common question people ask me is, do I live near New York City? No, I don't. New York City is all the way across the country, or not all the way across the country, but I mean all the way across the state from me. It's about a 5, 6, 7, 8 hour drive from where I live. But I live in Western New York, which borders New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. And basically, where I live in Jamestown, New York, which borders the Pennsylvania border. I live right on the Pennsylvania border. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question, Billy underscore Ricks. Uh, Roman, I like movies. I like movies home is because when I go to the store getting snacks, popcorn, and drinks, it's less expensive than getting them at a movie theater. I definitely can agree with that. Uh, uh, Billy underscore Ricks, you live with them two sketchy ass friends. Well, Billy underscore Ricks, I think you're thinking of somebody else because I don't live in Rochester, Pennsylvania. I did live in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for 3 years of my life, but I haven't lived in Newcastle, Pennsylvania since 2022. I moved away from Newcastle, Pennsylvania in 2022. That was 4 years ago. I'm back in my hometown of Jamestown, New York, and I've lived here for 4 years, so I don't know who you're referring to, Billy underscore Ricks. Smoked cowboy. Do you like Subway sandwich? Yes, I do like Subway. But I don't get Subway all the time though. I've been just kind of trying some of their new items recently. Smoked cowboy. He lives in Altoona, Pennsylvania. No, I do not live in Altoona. Like I said, I used to live in Newcastle, Pennsylvania 4 years ago, but I haven't lived in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for about 4 years. I moved back to my hometown of Jamestown, New York 4 years ago. And I was born and raised, and Jamestown, New York is my hometown. There was a period of time that I moved away. I moved away for 3 years, and I lived in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. But 4 years ago in 2022, when I graduated high school, I moved back to my hometown in Jamestown, New York. So that's where I live. Snow Bunny 321. I like Subway Cowboy. My favorite is the Italian BMT. Snow Bunny, Snow Bunny 321. How about Cowboy? Snow Bunny 321. You Cowboy? Smoked Cowboy. I like the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Cool. Snow Bunny 321. Nice. Smoked Cowboy. Subway is healthy. Yes, it is. Smoked Cowboy. When did you live in Newcastle? When did I live in Newcastle, Pennsylvania? I lived in Newcastle, Pennsylvania from 2019 to 2022. I lived in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for 3 years, so from 2019 to 2022. And then I moved back to my hometown of Jamestown, New York in 2022 after I graduated high school there. And now I'm back here in Jamestown, New York. Caden Powers. Hey, do you still remember me? Yes, Caden, I do remember you. Thank you for joining, Caden. Thank you for joining, Caden. I do remember you. Smoked Cowboy. What's your favorite part about Newcastle? I mean, my favorite part of Newcastle is going to my favorite part of Newcastle was going to Shenango High School, because I actually went to a decent high school and it was decent in size. It only had 2 floors. I could get around easy and I didn't have to worry about going up like 4 flights of stairs. Because before that, I went to Jamestown High School in Jamestown, New York, and Jamestown High School is a big high school. Jamestown High School has like four flights of stairs, two sub basements, and 2 gyms. It's a big high school. It's not easy to get around. So when I moved to Newcastle, Pennsylvania, when I moved to Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and when I went to Shenango High School, it was a very different experience because it was a smaller high school and I only had 2 flights of stairs. Also, also, I also liked going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 4 or 5 times when I was living there, so I like Pittsburgh. Sith Lord Toby. Sith Lord Tuba. Bengals all day. Who day? Yeah, who day? Yeah, the bung. Here's a fact, my man. The Bungholes are never gonna win a Super Bowl. They fumbled it like 2 or 3 times. Just get used to the Bengals being losers, and Joe Burrow will become the next Dan Marino. Get used to it, my boy. Get used to it. Get used to it that the Bungholes will always be terrible. They will never win a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow will become the next Dan Marino, and their team is a joke, and it will always be a joke. I will always see them as a joke. The Pittsburgh Steelers will always have a better rival record against them because the Pittsburgh Steelers have more wins over the Bengals than the Bengals do the Steelers. Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers have more Super Bowls than the Cincinnati Bengals. So get out of here with that Bengals crap. Caden, give me shout out, please, 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 please. Okay, Caden, please don't spam the chat, but here's your shout out, Caden. Caden, here's your shout out. Caden, thank you for joining my stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for always joining the streams. Also, Caden, I don't know if you've liked the stream yet, but if you can like the stream, Caden, that would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Also, if you guys would like to get the stream to 10 likes, that would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Sith Lord Toby, it's a big high school, guys. Yes, it is. Levi_Church. Jesus loves you all, by the way. Thank you, Levi Church. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love Jesus. I love my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and I love him. Thank you guys for 10 likes. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you guys for 10 likes. I appreciate you all. Thank you. The next goal of the stream is to get the stream to 15 likes. So if you guys would like to get this stream to 15 likes, that would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Smoked Cowboy. Did Newcastle have good pizza? Did Newcastle, Pennsylvania have good pizza? Not really from what I remember. No, not really. They had a couple of local pizza places there. And then there was also Little Caesars and Domino's. We mostly got Domino's. As you guys already know, I like Domino's, but I prefer Little Caesars more than Domino's. Personally, I've always grew up with Little Caesars, and I've always loved Little Caesars, and I've always preferred Little Caesars over Domino's. Don't get me wrong, I still like Domino's. I think they have good pizza, but personally, I just prefer Little Caesars more. Also, I used to work at Little Caesars, so that's another factor to it. Caden, let's go Steelers. Sith Lord Toby, never, Sith Lord Toby, never say never. Yeah, that's like saying that the Cleveland Browns are going to win a Super Bowl. Never say never to that. I doubt that's ever gonna happen. The Cleveland Browns haven't won anything since like the 1950s. They haven't won anything since like the 1950s, and we are talking before the Super Bowl era. We're talking about like the NFL championship before the AFC NFC merger. So you saying that the Cincinnati Bengals is going to win a Super Bowl is like saying that the Cleveland Browns are going to win a Super Bowl. Sith Lord Toby. That's why y'all coach love. I don't know what that bullshit is supposed to mean, but okay. Sith Lord Toby, okay. Husker underscore pros 15. LeBron died in a helicopter crash at 41. I don't think that LeBron James died. I don't think that LeBron James passed away. I think that is fake news. I think you're trying to spread a fake rumor so people believe it. I don't believe it. I don't think that LeBron James passed away. I don't think that LeBron James passed away in a helicopter crash. And if he did, it would be big news. It would be big news, and everybody would be hearing about it, and everybody would be typing in my chat, oh, LeBron James died. LeBron James died. LeBron James died. You're the only person that has mentioned that LeBron James is dead. I haven't heard anybody else. Maybe you're thinking about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant died in like a plane crash or helicopter crash a couple of years ago. That's who you might be thinking about. But LeBron James, yeah, LeBron James is not dead. Uh, Caden Powers. I'm sorry, I love you. Thank you, Caden. Sith Lord Toby, Steelers suck. Well, that's your opinion. Unlike the Cincinnati Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers actually have Super Bowls, and they've won 6 of them. And they're tied with the most Super Bowls in NFL history, tied with the New England Patriots that I absolutely hate. And then the most Super Bowls as a player is Tom Brady, which also I hate. Uh, uh, Husker underscore prods 15. LeBron died in a helicopter crash at 41. Like I said, you're the only one who is saying that, so I don't believe it. Uh, Tox underscore anti-tuber. What's your favorite video game? Raw versus SmackDown 2007, but I got like a whole list of them. Sith Lord, nice backbone, respect. Thank you, Sith Lord Toby. Smoke Cowboy, I like Meatball Marinara too from Subway. Yeah, I like Subway. I don't get Subway very often, but I do like Subway. I've been trying some of their newer items from Subway. I still have one more protein pocket to review. I still have to review the ham and turkey protein pocket. Because the one day I went to Subway, I tried to get the cold cut protein pocket, and the people working at Subway, they don't even know their own items that they are selling, because every other Subway in the United States of America calls their ham and turkey protein pocket the cold cut protein pocket. So, like, yeah, the next time I'm going in there, I'm just saying ham and turkey protein pocket. Okay, we're removing this guy because he's spamming. We're removing this guy because he's spamming. He's saying that LeBron James died, but he did not. I know he didn't. That's fake bullshit. That's fake bullshit. Smoked Cowboy, let's get it to 115 likes. I wish, Smoked Cowboy, I wish. But if you guys would like to get the stream to 15 likes, that would be appreciated, please and thank you. Roman, Smoked Cowboy, bro, you are simple. Yeah, Meatball is good and all, but come on, dude. I agree. Smoked Cowboy, I like Marco's Pizza. I liked Marco's. We had Marco's Pizza for a little bit in our area, but then our Marco's closed down. Because our Marco's Pizza wasn't making enough money Also, it was right next to a family video as well, which our family video closed just like all the other family videos on the East Coast of America. Sarah Henry, Go Steelers, Go Steelers, Sarah Henry. Smoked cowboy, meat marinara with pepperoni and Black Forest ham. Never heard of that one before, but sounds good. Froggy, yo. Froggy, what's up? What's up, Froggy? Froggy, I just got done reviewing fan film review of Hellraiser VHS, found footage fan film live stream. I've already got done reviewing the fan film, Froggy, but overall, I thought the fan film was very good, and I would give it an 8 out of 10 and a recommend. Sith Lord Toby. The Bengals are not the Cleveland Browns. Sith Toby, Lord Toby. We're going to win this year. Yeah, I doubt it. Joe Burrow is becoming the next. The Dan Marino or Joe Burrow is becoming the next Dan Marino, bro. Don't play with me. Victor Victor E 1959. Let's go Brownies. Let's go Brownies. Are you referring to the Cleveland Brown shitters? Man, come on, man. The Cleveland Brown shitters? Who would want to be a Cleveland Brown shitters fan? They stink like shit and they smell like ass and they eat the shit out. They eat the shit off the field after they lose. They're brown shitters. They smell like shit. They eat the shit off the field. Like, legitimately, like, they cry, bitch, and moan after they lose every football game. Let's not forget, I saw that fight between Spencer Fano and that one other guy. Like, they're dysfunctional as fuck. Even their own head coach, Ted Monken, that motherfucker that has barely won shit in his whole football career, he said that they suck. That their own head coach of their team say they suck. So, you know, it's a matter of fact that they're going to be last in their division again. They're going to be last, always. They will always be brown shitters. Cherry 93, have you considered running for president? Do it. That's, Turi, that's a political question. No political questions in my stream. I'm not going to say that I'm going to run or I'm not going to run for president, but, yeah, no, that's a political question. No political questions, Turi93. Turi, would you consider an underbite as a serious medical issue? Not really. Not really. Texas State Roleplay Official. I wish I could be your mod. You're my guy. Well, thank you, Texas State Roleplay Official. You're definitely earning my respect. Texas State Roleplay Official, no disrespect, y'all, to this guy. Thank you. If you guys would like to get the stream to 15 likes, that would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Also, I'm going to be ending the stream in 20 minutes. I drag Nolan Wilson the water. Wait, I drag Nolan Wilson the water. Amen. I drag in. I'm just gonna call you Nolan. I'm just gonna call you Nolan. Nolan, the Detroit Lions. At least the Detroit Lions are better than the Cleveland Browns. Unlike the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions actually have a chance of winning a Super Bowl. You know, they actually have a chance of winning a Super Bowl within the next 10 to 20 years, unlike the Cleveland Browns, who I think will never win a Super Bowl ever. They'll never win a Super Bowl ever. They're losers. Their own head coach even says they suck. So, yeah, nah. Greg, hey son, what's happening? Hey Greg, how you doing? I hope you're doing good today, Greg. Greg, what's up, Greg? How you doing? I hope you're doing good today, Greg. Greg, I just got done with fan film review of Hellraiser VHS found footage fan film. Overall, I would, you know, uh, actually, I can compare my team to the Cleveland Browns because the Pittsburgh Steelers will always be better than the Cleveland Browns in fucking everything. In in the players that they have, in the style that they play, in the fact that they've made more playoffs than the Cleveland Browns in history, that they have more Super Bowls. The Cleveland Browns have 0 Super Bowls. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 6. The Pittsburgh Steelers are tied with 6 Super Bowls in NFL history, tied with the New England Patriots, which I hate. And don't even get into this argument with me. The Cleveland Browns fucking suck. They're brown shitters. They shit poop out of their ass. They shit poop out of their ass. They're brown shitters. They eat shit off the field. They whine, bitch, and moan every game they lose because they know that they never will be a good team. Even their own head coach say they suck. Paul, Steelers are complete trash now. You're living in the past. Oh yeah, we're not talking about, you know, we're not talking about trash. We're not talking about trash. We're talking about fucking history. Just take a look at the history of the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns haven't won anything since the 1950s. That really says something about your fucking team. Your team hasn't won anything since the 1950s. They haven't won a championship since the NFL championship, and that was pre-Super Bowl era. So, you're talking about trash? Your whole fucking team is trash. Like, your whole fucking team is trash. What are you fucking talking about, dude? At least the at least the Pittsburgh Steelers have won a Super Bowl within the last 20 decades or 2 decades. At least the Steelers have won a Super Bowl in the last 2 decades, unlike your team that has probably won a Super Bowl. Let's see, we're talking about the 1950s and we're in the 2020s now. So, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So your team hasn't won a Super Bowl in like 8 decades. Your team hasn't won a Super Bowl since like 8 or 9 decades ago. So, like, you're talking about like 70, 80, 90 years of doing fucking nothing. So don't even play this game with me. Don't even play this game with me. Oh, Paul, aren't my Browns aren't my team. Okay, then why are you even coming into this conversation then? I'm trashing the Cleveland Browns. What is your fucking team then? What is your team then? I would really like to know. Let's see. Tyson, are you the Rain Man? I don't know what that means. Greg, I'm good. Both of my children are autistic. They know too much about everything. Okay, Greg. Yes from dog. Bro has had enough. Laughing out loud. Yes from dog. Laughing out loud. Get him, bro. Laughing out loud. NHL guru. I got an autograph from Steely McBean today at training camp. Let's go Steelers. Set him up, Hussein. Do the Jeff Hardy Swanton bomb. Yeah, I'm not very athletic or I'm not very what? How do you say it? Allergetic or whatever the hell they call that. Yeah. Yes from dog, bro. Bringing receipts. Yes from dog. He's a Jets fan. Oh, now we're talking about the New York Jets now? A team that hasn't won a Super Bowl since the 1960s? Like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, the Jets are just in... The Jets are in just as bad situation as the Cleveland Browns. If that's true. Oh my god. Like... Oh my god. Duke Lumbar. Look at young and old at the same time. Thank you. Queso. Bengals is my team, but I can at least say they suck. I know my team isn't good. 0 Super Bowl. See? Queso agrees. He admits his team sucks. He agrees. He admits his team sucks. He's a Bengal fan, and he admits his team sucks. Like, anybody that can admit that their team sucks is a winner in my eyes. Good for you, Queso. You know your team sucks. You still support them. Good for you, Queso. Paul. Chargers and 49ers are my teams. Will Howard would be another bust. Well, guess what? The San Diego 49ers have never won a Super Bowl, and they never will. The Chargers fucking suck balls. Like, they suck. They had a chance to win a Super Bowl. They had a chance to win a Super Bowl with Phillip Rivers, and they couldn't even do that right. They couldn't even do that right. They had Phillip Rivers, and they couldn't even win a Super Bowl with him. Hell, they even had Drew Brees on their team, and they couldn't win a Super Bowl. That's how bad the San Diego Chargers are. Los Angeles, I don't know, whatever their name is. San Diego, Los Angeles, whatever you want to call them. They fucking suck. As for the 49ers, yeah, they have 5 Super Bowls, but the 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl since like the 90s. Like the 90s. Like, are you kidding me? Like, at least the Pittsburgh Steelers have won a Super Bowl in the last 2 decades. Like, the 90s were like 3 to 4 decades ago. You're talking about the 49ers that haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s? Did they make a Super Bowl recently? Yes, they did. But guess what? They ended up losing. Yeah, like your English ancestors. Queso, W. Joey, thank you. How are you doing today, by the way? Queso, I'm doing good. How about you? I hope you're doing good today, Queso. And at least Queso agrees. The Steelers have no... the Steelers have no timeline to get a ring. Well, you know, if the Steelers do win a ring, then they will have the most Super Bowls in NFL history again, unlike any other team other than the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots, which I hate the New England Patriots, so I hope they never win a Super Bowl ever again. And it's not like the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. They fucking suck. And the 49ers, like you've been bragging about, they haven't won a Super Bowl in like 32 years. So they haven't won a Super Bowl in like 3 decades. So like they have no timeline of winning a Super Bowl either. And you say that the Los Angeles Chargers have a chance of winning a Super Bowl. Man, they can't even beat the Kansas City Chiefs or the Denver Broncos. I'm not even taking this shit seriously anymore. Like if your team can't even beat the Kansas City Chiefs or the Denver Broncos, then I can't take your team seriously. You can't even beat your division. The only team you can beat is the Oakland Raiders. The only team that you can beat is the Oakland Raiders. Shows how bad your team is. James, they haven't won a Super Bowl in 32 years. Like, yeah, I agree. The 49ers haven't won the Super Bowl in 32 years. This guy is trying to make some stupid argument that he's not going to win. He just needs to admit that historically the Steelers are the better team and they've won 6 Super Bowls. Oh my god, Mike McDaniel? Mike McDaniel? You're talking about the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins? You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? Like, you're fucking stupid. That guy couldn't even head coach the Miami Dolphins right. You think the Miami Dolphins made the playoffs? You think the Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, yeah, you gotta be fucking kidding me with that Mike McDaniel shit. Like, Mike McDaniel, like, that guy fucking sucks. That guy couldn't even head coach the Miami Dolphins right. You think the Miami Dolphins won a playoff game? You think they won a Super Bowl with Mike McDaniel? They fucking sucked. Mike McDaniels is the best coach, dude. The best coach? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, right? You gotta be kidding me. Mike McDaniels, the guy who coached the Miami Dolphins, or or was it the Arizona Cardinals? Either way, both the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals, both of them fucking suck. Both of them suck. The McDaniel got screwed by the Dolphins organization. Was Tua Mike McDaniel pick? Oh man, who would fucking pick Tua, bro? I wouldn't fucking pick Tua, but oh yeah, it's the organization's fault. Oh yeah, it's the organization's fault. Oh yeah, unlike Mike McDaniel, Mike McCarthy has actually won a Super Bowl. You didn't answer my question. Well, here's my answer. Mike McDaniels is going to suck. He's not going to do anything for the Chargers. I'm telling you that right now. I'll watch the season and I'll see that the Chargers are going to get beat by the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs like they normally do. And I'm like, oh wow, not a surprise to me. Not a surprise at all. And like I said, Mike McCarthy, unlike Mike McDaniels, Mike McDaniels, Mike McCarthy has actually won a Super Bowl. He actually has a Super Bowl under his name. He actually has playoff wins. He actually has a decent record in the regular season. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see if the Chargers win a Super Bowl. We're going to have another fucking Dan Fouts situation here where Justin Herbert. We're going to have another Dan Fouts situation where he plays for the Chargers and never wins a Super Bowl. Yeah, we're going to have another Dan Marino. We're going to have another Dan Fouts. Mike McCarthy is... Mike McCarthy is a downfall. He's perfect for Pittsburgh. Well, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do as normal as they normally do. They're going to have a winning record and they're going to make the playoffs. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm ending this stream in 5 minutes anyway, so like, I mean, my time of arguing with you guys is gonna end because I'm ending the stream. I've done what I wanted to do in my stream. This stream had nothing to do with football anyways. It's about a fan film I reviewed. It was fan film review of Hellraiser, VHS found footage fan film. which I thought the fan film was very good, and I would definitely give it a recommend. I would give it an 8 out of 10. But I'm ending the stream in 5 minutes, guys. So if you guys would like to get the stream to 20 likes, that would be appreciated, please and thank you. The Chargers are gonna be going 9-0. The Steelers 9-0. I really doubt that. The last they call me Sonic. What happened with Locale, Joey? I've already explained this before. Nothing came of it. Well, Paul, I'm not going to argue with you because history is history. History is history. You can't change history, asshole. So just take a look at the fucking history books, and the Steelers will always be in history for having 6 Super Bowls. Unlike the Chargers, well, okay, the 49ers got 5, but that's whatever. It's not like they're going to tie the record with the Steelers or the Patriots. But yeah, it's history. You can't change history. That's all I'm going to say to you. You can't change history. You can't change what happened in the past. Uh, they call me Sonic. Okay, well, I accidentally removed him by. You insulted me, but I like your stream. Well, thanks, man. Thank you for liking the stream. This stream was never about football to begin with. This never was about football to begin with. This was never about the Steelers. I like the Steelers, yes, but it has nothing to do with the Steelers. I made a fan film review of Hellraiser VHS fan film, which I thought the fan film was good, and I would give it a recommend. It was very good. I definitely recommend it. 8 out of 10. Now I have to block. They call me Sonic because I blocked him by accident. They call me Sonic. I'm sorry they call me Sonic. I didn't mean to block you by accident. I was trying to block this other guy who's trying to make me. He wants me to make him mod, and that's something that's not going to happen because you have to earn my trust first, and that guy did not earn my trust. Maybe you should make your channel about the Steelers because it's getting more traction. I mean, I have done streams about the Pittsburgh Steelers before, and I plan on making a podcast about talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers games. So yeah, that's definitely something that's gonna happen in the future. Once the preseason starts, which I think the Steelers preseason starts next week. I think it's August 13th, and they play the Green Bay Packers actually. So that's gonna be a fun game to watch. But yeah, if you guys would like to get the stream to 20 likes, that would be appreciated, please and thank you. I'm about to end the stream in about a minute, so. If you guys have anything else you would like to talk about, or if you have any last minute questions, please ask. Uh, 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 August 13 is this. Oh, it's this week? Really? Oh, it's this Thursday? It's this Thursday? Oh, okay, never mind. It's this Thursday. Well, I'm not. Well, okay, I got a Q&A stream that I'm doing that day, but I don't think it will affect my stream. Yep. Anyways, guys, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Turn on all the notifications. Turn on all the notifications for all my videos, and come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. If you guys can do that for me, that would be appreciated, please and thank you. Also, if you guys would like to get the stream to 20 likes, that would be appreciated, please and thank you. Alright guys, thank you all for joining the stream. I will be back a little bit later today. After this stream is over, I plan on making a Family Guy parody. I plan on making a Family Guy parody short. Lou Sassel by Lou Sassel. After this stream, I plan on making a new Family Guy parody short. And then later today, I got my Monday Night Raw news video. You know, I'm gonna make my Monday Night Raw news video, and I'm gonna make my Monday Night Raw news video, and I'm gonna make my Monday Night Raw news live stream. So after this, Family Guy parody short, and then later today, Monday Night Raw news and Monday Night Raw news video. Alright guys, I will see you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your day. If you guys would like to get this stream to 20 likes, that would be appreciated, please, and thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye. See you later. Bye, everybody. Bye. See you later. Bye. Peace.